broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey guys, it's AfterBuzz TV's Vanderpump Rules after show tonight. Tonight we're going to cover season 4, episode 11, Fully Engaged.
Who is that singing?
John Legend!
Oh, I don't know.
How sweet. So he covered the theme song. His lovely wife, Chrissy Teigen, caught it on her social media for us. And
I haven't heard it till now.
Put it out for the world to hear. It's so much better than the original. No hate.
For anyone that isn't watching, I have to say, Megan, I'm obsessed with your hair. She has it slicked back in a tiny bun, and I wish I had that much real hair to do like a big bun, but mine's all fake. So,
Hey guys, well, if you're not watching and you are just listening, you're wondering who's talking in your ears, I am your host tonight, Megan Stecher, and you guys can tweet me at Megan Stecher. It's MEGANSTECHER, and my faithful co-host, darling, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Justine, and you can tweet me at JustineDavannah3 and find me on Instagram at Let's Face It with Justine. And I just wanted to put this out there because I talked about doing a Kylie Jenner lip dupe because I do makeup and I do little Instagram tutorials. And I actually had a bunch of people that watched the show that was commenting, where's the Kylie Jenner lip thing? And I'm really sorry for you guys. I have been so busy, but it will be out tomorrow, I promise. I feel so bad.
So you taped it today, one of your videos?
Yes, I finally taped it, but I had a bunch of people. I did not expect that, so I was like, shit, I gotta get... So...
Are you wearing one of the dupes right now?
Yes, I'm wearing one of the dupes. Shh, I'm not telling you what it is. She has a darkish red. This is like a brown, and then a kind of lighter nude. So definitely check that out. I do little tutorials and everything. I just actually did Faith from the show. Just did a little makeup for her, so it's highlighting and contouring for dark skin tones.
Awesome, guys. So Faith, who is on Vanderpump Rules, cast member, check it out on Justine's YouTube.
It'll be up in the next few days. I have a lot of stuff.
She taped it today, so it will be up soon. Woo. Perfect. So I wrote down these huge words to get the show started. As I'm taking my notes, I wrote Stassi. I wrote Stassi is back, but she wasn't back yet. I thought, as much as they were talking about her this week, that she was coming back.
This episode was crazy, but no. I can't wait till the end of the show because we have a lot to talk about.
As far as the upcoming...
the season.
So the preview at the end of the show, I'm feeling like maybe we're halfway through the season, and that's why we got to see an extended trailer this week.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
And it was coming up for the rest of the season. So very exciting things, and it looks like we will see Stassi sometime later.
Well, when Faith was here, she actually told us to watch out for the Hawaii episode because it is nuts. And not even just oh yeah, it was crazy. She said, it was legit real crazy drama, and seeing that trailer definitely proved that.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. So this week we kick off with Tom and Katie in Beverly Hills having a lovely little picnic, being so excited that they got engaged the night before. Tom is still on cloud 9, shouting out to any stranger passing by I'm engaged, I love her. And you're you were dying over it. You're why can't I get a guy like that?
Every week I do this. I'm he's so hot, he's so cute. But I personally think he's too lazy for me. I'm so much of a get up, go getter. To me, I'd be come on, dude. I need someone that can keep up with me. I don't want to be taking care of someone.
Agreed. It's kind of a weird situation where he makes enough money doing the modeling thing that he doesn't have to go to a 9 to 5 every day, or he doesn't have to go into SUR and bust his hump waiting tables or bartending. So she's kind of got this side, we'll see maybe later on. They've been fighting about him having a job, not having a job, off and on. And it looks like maybe we'll see some of that later on this season too.
I think that he's probably making good money, but he's lazy, so he could be probably making so much better money, and he's one of those people that could really kick it off, but his laziness always keeps them one step behind.
You know, he is really creative. Like, he always puts out like little videos on Instagram and stuff like he's always trying to be like a movie director, a visionary, like starring in things. So I think he's got creative juice in him, but You're right, he's a little lazy. And his making money on modeling allows him to be, because he doesn't have to get up and go for it so hard every day. It's kind of offered to him.
I mean, anybody that's in the social media world or entertainment, everything, they're merging together, and I think that that's smart of him for doing the Instagram things. I mean, it's a full-time job. I mean, what I'm doing right now that I don't get paid for is my YouTube and my Instagram, and it's like, it's a full-time job. So, like, I do, we never know. I'm saying he's lazy, but he could be doing stuff for Instagram. You never know.
Right. The next thing we got to see, which shocked me, because I didn't realize that Sheena and Ariana had been kind of having problems and not being so close, was that they argued. So Jax invites people to his birthday lunch. He lets Ariana know while they're at work together, like, hey, I just wanted you to be cool with the fact that I invited Kristen. If it's going to be awkward for you, like, sorry, but she's coming. Which is cool because we're seeing him put her first. Over how Kristen was being cut out of Hawaii. So now she's getting preference. Like, Jax is letting Ariana know, like, if you're not okay with it, then you should stay home. Yeah. Kind of a thing. Which I thought was cool as a friend to her, as a friend to Kristen.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they've always been better friends, right? Jax and Kristen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird this season. It seems like it's a little too fast, a little too soon, but there's also could be things that we're not seeing, that happen in the time that they're not filming, that they kind of became cool again. But I mean, my theory is that the producers were like, look, Jax and Kristen, like, this is your new storyline. Like, we need to make you, Kristen, you've got to stay in the shuffle, and if you want to be a part of the show, we've got to find a way to keep you here. Like, that's my theory.
I mean,
on
exactly.
What's going on.
Yeah, if she's to be a part of the show, there's no way she could be a part of the show if nobody likes her or wants to talk to her, But it's really funny because I usually hate Jax. Like, every single episode, I'm always whatever. But I don't know. Tonight, he was actually making me laugh. Like, I forget. He did something, and it was like, were you flirting with her? And he's like, I would never do that. And then it showed him, I definitely did that. Like, example, you remember I was like laughing at that one part? He just completely like, I don't know. He's been making me laugh lately. No, I don't want to start liking him. I don't want to.
Well, I think it's maybe you're seeing like the Jax that a lot of girls fall for, maybe.
Not falling for him. I'm just kind of liking him. It's keeping me entertained, so.
What did you think of the Ariana and Sheena fight? I felt like I was surprised that Ariana wanted to go to the lunch and said it's not a problem, no big deal, but got really sassy with Sheena, that she was like taking out her feelings on Sheena.
Yeah, I think it was, what was it, Sheena that said, she said it perfectly. She said that Ariana tries to be the cool, laid-back chick and makes Kristen seem to be like the crazy psycho. And it's actually like reversed. That's what it seems to be like, because I feel like Ariana and Tom are holding such a grudge. Like, I get it. If I had a boyfriend and his crazy ex was in the picture all the time, I wouldn't like it. But, like, he clearly is not into her. And, the whole thing with Kristen, I think she has a right to feel that way, but at the same time, it's been like, it's kind of over. Like, it's being dragged out. Like, there's no reason for it anymore. What do you think?
I think it's almost like a post-traumatic stress disorder thing. Like, everyone else is kind of like, oh, we're cool with Kristen, we'll be friends again. But the two of them are kind of like, we're physically afraid of her and we don't trust her motives. Like, it's almost like post-traumatic stress disorder, I think.
A little dramatic,
for
right?
the two of them. But I think I might feel the way that Ariana feels if I were in that situation. I'd be like, it's never too soon. Like, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna be okay with her being around, because I'm literally afraid to be around her.
No, I like 100% agree, putting myself in her shoes. But like, that whole dynamic, like, Kristen really isn't going anywhere. Like, not only the dynamic with the friendship, with the show. So, I mean, she's gonna have to pick. Like, you know, I understand where Ariana's coming from, but at the same time, she's going to have to get used to it or just completely go. Like, because she's going to be there. Like, just like Kristen was saying, whether you like it or not, she's going to be there. And if you're that Kool-Aid back chick, just stop.
Right. I think it's actually a really cool storyline because you're seeing a complete reversal from the first 3 seasons where Ariana was the cool chick and Kristen was the nuts one. And now it's like everyone's like, well, Kristen's zen, Kristen's chill, Kristen's cool with everybody. And everyone's like, Ariana, you're crazy. You're closing yourself off. You're becoming Stassi.
They always need a villain.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she's the villain, but I like that this is a complete reversal.
Yeah.
I think that so rarely happens.
Yeah, like completely reversed.
Also, speaking of Stassi, Lisa decides to tell the staff, by the way, Stassi's been in here a couple times and I don't want her here and she's going to have to come through me. I didn't realize that Lisa was like holding a grudge against Stassi.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really talk about her that much.
I feel like it's a little made up for the show. It's like, oh, we need to bring Stassi back in. Stassi wants back on the show. Great. It'll be good for ratings. Like, let's, beef up the drama by Lisa saying, oh, she's not allowed in here. Like, it was just over the top for me.
Because it wouldn't be as good as a show. It's like, oh, Stassi's coming back, and then everyone welcomes her. Everyone's like, oh, that's great. But now it's like, I want to see Lisa tell her off, blah, 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 blah. So it's definitely set up.
I feel like it was silly because I feel like Lisa would be brutally honest in a conversation they will have that we got to see that they're going to sit down and have at the end of the show tonight. We saw that. So it's like, she would be brutally honest to Stassi's face. I don't know why we need to like fake drum it up. Like, oh, she's not even allowed in here.
Yeah.
Like, how dumb.
I don't even know. I forgot that Stassi was even on the show. Like, I literally forgot because she just hasn't been there.
Right. I mean, she really hasn't been on the show since season 2.
I just called her Stassi. So if that doesn't prove I don't remember her.
You're like, who? So James has a fun little getting himself invited to Hawaii plan, which works.
He's like a child, that guy. I mean, he is.
He is a child, really.
He acts like it.
I feel like he's young enough that I could have given birth to him. Like,
oh my God.
Just kidding. But he says, I'm just going to nod to everything Jax says and get myself invited. That's exactly what went down. Obviously, that interview was taped after what happened and Jax agreed. But, Jane, it just was funny that when they play it back to back, it's exactly what happened.
Oh my God, just everyone's so two-faced. But I think James... Literally, the thing is though, he admits, he's like, I'm just gonna sit there and nod my head. He's dumb as, Dan would say, dumb as dog shit. Like, literally, Jax is so dumb, and so he's like, oh, I'm just gonna sit there and nod my head. And that's exactly what he did, and I'm literally just sitting there and I'm like, God, like, it's really scary how fake people can be. Like, what if you really thought someone was trying to be genuine to you, and then behind the scenes, what a dumbass. I'd be like, damn. But, little insider, I heard that...
I'm like ready for to make a sound effect for you, like dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. It's not that big a deal, but it's just basically like James was made to go on the show. The producers made him go. Because I mean, think about it. Jax, it really was his decision. If he didn't want him to go, he didn't have to go. But think about it. It's Hawaii drama, especially, at the end of the show, it shows all the drama. Basically, the producers were like, the whole cast is going.
Right.
That's that. So he was going no matter what.
So you are saying you got some insider info from someone and that they let you know that, the producers said James is going on the trip no matter what. So.
Yeah, the whole cast. Like, nothing bad. It was just kind of like, honestly, I would have guessed that anyway. I don't know.
Do you know if Kristen ends up going?
I don't know.
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Yes! I love it!
That scared me. I've never heard that before.
That's the first time we've gotten to use that on any show I've been on. That's fun.
Really? Ooh,
yeah.
I feel very, very cool.
Exclusive. Girl, you're breaking the exclusive right here on AfterBuzz TV.
I wish I had more juicy info. Oh, one more. James is dating someone. No idea.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Yes. No idea who, but I mean, it's not that big a deal. Like, I know Faith. I did, like I said, a makeup tutorial with her, and we were just talking, and there really isn't anything that we don't see. She literally has said a million times, and she's not lying. Like, what you see is what you get on the show. So those are the only two things I know. I was like, oh, what's going on with James? And she's like, yeah, he's like dating this girl, but she's not on the show. So there's some insiders. Wish I had more juicy gossip for you guys.
So we'll just all have to keep an eye on his social media and see if
Keep an eye.
Yeah, see if he puts her out there or not. We will see.
See? Update you guys.
Yes. So Kristen came over to Katie's apartment to congratulate her on the engagement and was like crying and brought champagne to toast each other. And she mentioned that she had talked to Stassi. And we got to see that Katie is feeling like she could give two craps about Stassi. Like, Katie is on the same page as Lisa Vanderpump. She's like, I want nothing to do with her. I feel like Katie's being too hard on Stassi. Like, it's kind of like everyone's getting over Kristen's antics. Like, are you surprised that they're all still holding on to Stassi's?
I just feel like they always need someone to hate.
Good point. She's the best villain ever. Stassi. She's my favorite reality show villain ever.
More than Kristen.
Yes. No, I love Kristen, and I feel like I could be Kristen.
See, I could never see you as Kristen. You're too nice.
I could never be Stassi, but I could totally be Kristen.
Really? I feel like you're too nice.
I don't know. I just feel like a guy could maybe drive me that crazy. I feel like I agree with her a lot. Like, as much as they try to make her look crazy, I agree with her a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, she's definitely more put together this season. Like, I don't hate her. I don't, you know, it's so hard when people are like, oh, I hate that person. I love that person. We don't know them. You know, like I can't say I hate someone I don't know. It's very, people use that word very freely. So
yeah,
if I were you, don't hate. Don't even love. Just watch.
What are you talking about?
Trying to make sense here.
So the girls go bikini shopping. Sheena goes with Lala and Faith bikini shopping, acting like they're going to get some bikinis for Hawaii. In the end, nobody bought anything.
I know, right?
Saying it was too expensive. But Lala's kind of giving us a preview of what I think Faith is talking about that we'll get to see in Hawaii. Just like the topless, the booty hanging out, like not caring. We also saw Lala take her top off at Lisa Vanderpump's house when she's hanging out with James and Faith and Max right after his mouth surgery. My God, what a...
Jeez, that like made me cringe. My biggest fear is to, like, I feel like I got to knock on freaking wood or something right now, like to break my teeth. Like, I always have dreams my teeth are falling out or like breaking my teeth. So I saw him and I was like, I don't know. I like panicked.
Such a fear, right? For everyone. Because when you have a bad dream about your teeth falling out, you wake up in such a panic.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I have it all the time, like a lot. And everyone says it means something, but I'm like, you don't even know half the dreams I have. Like, it doesn't even, they don't make sense.
What I've read up on what it means is that you feel like you're not in control of your life.
That's terrifying.
Not that I know, but it's just, I think it means you're feeling stressors that you're not like totally in control.
It's like an anxiety, someone said.
Like you can't like control your...
That's weird. I don't know. That is like weird that your teeth... That's the dream you get from that.
It is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I get stressed out easy, but I don't know. Let's get off this tooth topic.
Either way, so Lala decides to spill the beans on, because we did hear last week that she's like, oh my God, I finally saw James' penis. She decides to tell the girls that it's really small, that it wouldn't fit in all the Magnum condoms that she stores in her nightstand. How are you feeling about Lala's reputation at this point? Because I feel like we've been seeing, sure, she's super flirty, but nothing scandalous. Like, she hasn't even slept with James. You know, I really have been loving her as like a male energy on the show, where she's very honest with everyone. She's, you know, kind of stringing, I feel like she's doing what a guy does to girls normally, where they got like, you know, you're playing them against each other. You've got one that you've got on the side and the other one that you flirt with, and she's being very honest with everyone in that she's not telling anyone, I love you, you're my boyfriend, da-da-da. She's not sleeping with either of them. I just love her, but I think that all of a sudden we're starting to see her they're starting to make her look trashy. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
So I've met her one time, and very briefly, like, we didn't even get to have like a full conversation. Like, I saw her at a club and we talked for like a couple seconds, and so I don't know anything about her personality. Like, I can't sit and say, oh, she's nice, oh, she's a bitch. I don't know. She seemed nice. Faith always talks really, really nicely about her. I mean, it's her friend, so who knows? But I definitely don't think she's a bad person. I agree with you that she's not scandalous. Like, it's not like she slept with anyone. I agree that she's, she's giving that, male dominance kind of thing and stringing the guys along. I get that. But I think it's getting a little too much. The thing is, take your top off, do whatever you want. That's fine. Like, if you want to portray yourself that way on TV, and be literally, that's fine. She literally has said, I don't give a shit. I just think it gets a little much when there's boyfriends and husbands involved.
Yeah.
So when it shows the upcoming episode, I think they call her out saying, you're taking your top off in front of my husband or whatever. I think that pushes it to a new level. So, girl, do what you got to do. But when you're around guys that you're obviously attractive, and just because they're married doesn't mean they're not going to look.
I think my opinion is I don't think she's trying to be some scandalous, hoary, need attention person. I think that she's just so used to knowing that she's ridiculously beautiful, and that's just how she's always acted around her friends or whatever, and she's just wild and fun and free, and she's just doing her, and I'm sure the attention's fun, but I don't feel like she's attention starved. I feel like she's just doing her.
She's just being her.
Yeah.
Like I said, do you that doesn't bother me. It's just when it comes to husbands, I would be freaking out,
and
because
I think it's a big age difference thing too, because the older class, the kids who have been on the show the whole time, are older now. They're in their 30s. They're trying to settle down, and she and James and Faith are this younger new class that have just come onto the show, and they're still in their 20s, wild and free, doing whatever the heck they want to do every night, partying and WeHo. So I just think that maybe you're seeing those two butt up against each other, and that's where the drama's coming from. But I love it.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I don't know if anyone watch What Happens Live. I'm having cable problems. I didn't end up getting to see it, and for some reason I tried to look online, but they always have 30-second clips. So I never got to watch the full thing. But when I was doing Faith's makeup, we were just talking about it, and I actually do agree with her, because I guess that who was on after? Katie? No, who was on after them?
You mean
from the show?
From Vanderpump Rules cast, who were the next people to visit Watch What Happens Live? Yeah. It might have been Katie and Tom together.
Yeah, I can't remember who, but I guess they were cursing and stuff too. And nobody had that reaction, but because James and Lala are newer and they're younger and they're more controversial, people were freaking out. And I agree a lot. Come on, they pick who they want to and who they don't. I don't think I would curse that much, but I'm the kind of person I say whatever I want, but I don't know. What do you think about that? I have to bring that in because that was talked about so much.
I feel like if there was any cursing with the next guests, it was so much less. So I think the fact that half of James and Lala's episode of Watch What Happens Live was bleeped out, and Andy repeatedly kept saying, please stop cursing. The problem is the bleeping takes up a whole sentence or a sentence and a half or two sentences. It's not just the one word. So the whole show was kind of garbage because you couldn't hear what was going on, what they were saying, what they were doing.
Then again, I only saw clippets of it. I just know we were talking about it, and there's so many, I don't know. Just wanted to see what you thought.
Well, that's what I thought. I was really grossed out by Jack's pooping in front of Brittany, which I think was fake. Not that he doesn't do that in real life, but I don't think that he was doing it for real while they were filming that scene. But how disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, they're comfortable, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's funny. This is what we were talking about. That he was on the toilet and just saying it so funny. And Brittany was like, I heard that you were flirting and invited Lala. This is what I was trying to get at. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And then it pans over to him going, yeah, I totally did that. That's what I was laughing at about him. Because he's almost so that is so dumb. She's gonna watch this. It's he just does what he wants, and he doesn't care. He doesn't think. Yeah. I feel like he just does. And he says something different all the time.
I feel really bad for Brittany because I think it's been steadily every single episode that he's done something that I would punch him in the face for if I were his girlfriend.
I would literally never date him.
I wouldn't
trust him.
From social media, they're still together. He posted a picture, I think, just yesterday of her naked in the bed with their new puppy, and it's
damn.
How much can this girl take before she's you suck? I don't know.
It's probably pushed for the show. Seriously.
I don't know. I think he found one of those girls that's extremely forgiving and will always blame it on the other girl and not the guy.
Yeah.
But it's good that she can see it point blank, like on camera. Like there's no guy's version once you see it on camera what really happened. So
Yeah.
the next portion of the show, I wrote down really funny notes for myself.
We both wrote down a lot of stuff.
I called it Sheena's big mouth and Max's big mouth. There was like
it took me a second.
A whole cross-cutting between Jax's birthday lunch and Max's falling down and needing oral surgery and his lip being really puffed up, and James, Faith, and Lala going to visit him. So we're getting to see the whole gang at lunch, and it being a little awkward between Ariana and Tom on one end of the table and Kristen on the other, and Kristen kind of sucking up to Jax a little bit to look good and giving him a lei and saying, oh, since I can't go to Hawaii, this is for you right now. And I feel like Sheena had such a big mouth at this lunch. Like this
episode, damn,
she was like telling everybody about Max falling and totally whining about it because she had oral surgery for one tooth that she brought up over and over again in previous seasons, and felt that no one was there for her in her time of need of her oral surgeries. And so Max needs oral surgery, so now it's her time to like drag it out again. Like, and I would totally understand, and he should not be coming with us on vacation. I don't think he's gonna be feeling well enough, and like,
and then going into the whole.
Well, and then she spills
James.
She spills the beans about how in front of the entire group. I thought this was so inappropriate. I feel like normally Sheena will text one person and it gets around, or she'll tell a couple people in person when she's hanging out at someone's apartment. But this was in front of the entire group at lunch, saying Lala said James has a small penis.
I think that, like, I'm trying to put the words for this. I think that it's a little much, and there's no reason to be giving all this info. But on the other hand, I would rather someone be point blank than like just be honest, just say it right in front of everyone, than like texting one person being like, no, I didn't say that, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, if she's gonna do it, then she might as well just do it and not like do it behind people's backs.
That's a great point.
But I'm not saying that that's like very nice of her to do. Like I wouldn't do that.
And we also saw I'll call them the new class, get naked in Lisa Vanderpump's pool. Would you ever? I would never.
That pool, I literally was just sitting there like, I want to go in that pool. I don't know. I can't really say anything because I've totally done that. I mean, not at my boss's pool.
Right.
I've never just taken my top off my boss's pool, but like, I don't know. Me and my friends, like, for no reason. In high school, we would just go. We used to have a big blow-up pool because we'd never get, like, a real pool. So it was, like, a blow-up one. And we, like, I don't know why. We thought it was so fun to just, like, take our tops off in broad daylight. But I don't know if I would. I've never been in the situation where I'm in my boss's pool.
I just think Max looks so uncomfortable during it, kind of like, we shouldn't be doing this. When mom sees this, she'll be pissed.
I know, you have to forget she has to watch that one day. He
didn't even like sit down and put his legs in, really, did he? Like, he was so uncomfortable. It just was a bad scene. Like, weren't they like drinking out of like the liquor from her house and like jumping in the pool topless?
Yeah, not good. I don't think I would have done that. I mean, I'd go in the pool. I'd maybe have a drink. I don't think I would have taken my top off though.
So the other big part of the lunch, Kristen wants to talk to Tom and ask him, like, what's it going to take? What's it going to take for you to, like, get over this and be able to be around me at least? So she kind of stalks him when he goes to have a cigarette, which I don't think was really, I think it was set up by producers. I don't think he just went to have a cigarette and she just went to have a cigarette to, like, follow him. I think, obviously, I don't think Ariana would have been okay with it. I don't think Tom would have put himself in that situation.
Exactly.
So I think it was set up by producers. Just going to say that. But she tells him that rather than kind of starting off with an apology, I feel like he was like, she said that Tom, he is making it hard on Katie, Jax, and Sheena. And then he flips it around on her and says, like, it's not even appropriate for you to be there. You're an ex. Shay wouldn't bring his ex.
I know.
Did you feel like that was so silly of him to try to claim?
Yeah, because it's a different situation. Like, Shay's not going to bring his ex because his ex is not a part of the group and is not a part of the show. All of them are a part of the show. So whether or not you like it, the producers are going to make her be a part of it. So like you saying this is not going to change, because I think that even if the producers didn't put them all together and didn't allow her to be a part of it, I think she would still do it. But he knows for a fact that the producers are doing that. So like he needs to get... I don't know. I understand his feelings. I get it. Like when you just hate someone and you don't want to be put in that situation, but this is what you signed up for.
Right. It's unfortunate. Like his entire friend group wants to welcome this person back in. He's viewing it as someone he really can't stand. But I don't think it's about her being an ex. I think it's about what she did and what she said and all that stuff after they broke up. I don't think it's because she's an ex, you know?
Exactly.
You're going to have to get over it. You dated somebody in your friend group, and...
I mean, they showed a clip of the last time they talked, and they were like... I don't remember that being the last time that they had a conversation where he was like crying, like, I'm sorry we didn't work out.
Yeah.
That was the last time?
I was thinking that they had a couple other run-ins since then. But I did enjoy them digging that clip up, because that was so beyond classic. Like
it's...
I died watching that
Like,
scene.
it's so weird seeing that, because he like so despises her. How long did they go out for again?
God, forever. I want to say it was like 7 or 8 years or something insanely long.
I didn't think it was that. I thought it was just like a couple years.
No, it was insanely long.
See, that scares me. How do you date someone for that long and despise them after? Like, how do you go through such amazing things and you obviously love them? There's obviously something there. How do you just end it like that? Like, that's crazy to me.
Well, it's just they did so many terrible things to each other that it was just a constant, you know, cheating on each other, making up, breaking up again over something else, cheating on each other. It was just a terrible cycle they were caught in. So once they finally got out of it, it was like, I hate you. No, I hate you. You were worse. No, you were.
Bringing it back to cheating, do you think that this is bringing it back? Do you think Tom cheated on Ariana that time? What do you think about that? Remember that whole thing, the girl flying
Florida
out?
girl? I don't know what to think. I don't know. I like when they were here in person, I really liked all the, you know, verbal evidence they really kind of brought to the table, because we talked to them even about it after the show wrapped that night. And
okay.
They were just like, had so many points of why it wasn't true. And she definitely looked like a girl that was looking for 15 minutes of fame. But it's like, those guys are known for that kind of stuff. It's happened before. So the problem is the company you keep. If he never did that or never would do that, it's kind of like, well, you still get lumped in with a group of people that have done that before. And
makes sense.
Jax was always caught doing that kind of stuff. So
I think it was set up. I think it was completely set up.
That she made it all up.
Yeah, that random girl. Yeah, I think that's weird.
Okay. I just... God, Kristen is freaking crazy.
I know, I'm just reminiscing for a second.
I love her. So the last thing that happened at the lunch was Sheena and Katie talked to Ariana and tell her, like, you're being different. We feel like you're cutting yourself off. Like, when are you going to start being chill? And then Sheena brings up that her mom, Ariana's mom, contacted Sheena being like, my daughter's acting different. Is everything okay with her and Tom? And Ariana is like, absolutely not. It's not something my mom would do. Do you think that Sheena was making that up? Or do you think that Ariana is in complete denial of how she's acting lately?
God, I don't know. Like, if it wasn't for the show, I'd think Sheena's making it up. But then, like, she knows that they're on a television show, that they're going to see it. So why would she make that up? Like, why? I honestly really don't know, because I'm like, why would she make that up? What would be the point? But then I'm like, you never know with these people. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm wondering if Ariana is just in complete denial of how she's coming across to people and how she's feeling. I think she's in a super comfortable relationship spot where they're so happy to just sit home every night together, just the two of them, and be happy together, and they don't need to be out with the rest of the gang, and they don't care that they're closing themselves off. And maybe Ariana isn't like as excited and fun and friendly and, you know, that they're used to. She's kind of in like chill couple mode, and maybe that's where everyone's like, you're cutting yourself off and you guys hate Kristen and that's why. And
I could see, you know, maybe... Do you know if Sheena's cool with Kristen. Oh my God, with
Ariana's mom. I have no idea. I mean, Sheena always called Ariana her best friend, but I don't know if she's, routinely speaks to Ariana's mom on the phone or not,
Because I could see, like you just said about Ariana, how they're kind of closing themselves off and she's not like the fun, outgoing person that she was. Maybe the mom, like, Sheena made it kind of seem like everyone's worried about you, your mom's talking about you, but she could have been like, if she is friendly with Sheena, I'm not sure, but if she is friendly with Sheena, she could be like, hey, like, do you know what's going on? I'm a little worried about my daughter.
Right.
Something really innocent, but I really don't know if that's true because I don't know if Sheena and her mom are not, like, cool, then no, like, why would she contact her? Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sheena's not a fibber. Sheena is an oversharer of the truth. Because, I mean, she definitely went to Brittany and was telling Brittany all the stuff that was going on between Jax and Lala. Like, Brittany and Jax had that conversation, and she's like, well, I'm going to have to talk to Lala before you guys go to Hawaii about, not touching you and being all over you and flirting with you. That was all Sheena. That was all Sheena telling Brittany what happened. So I feel like Sheena's just an oversharer of the truth, and I don't know why she would make that up. I don't think she would. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
But let's get into predictions.
We have a ton of predictions. Like, prediction music.
That's okay. We got our exclusives earlier.
Yes, we got it.
And now,
You're late.
AfterBuzz
He was
TV.
late on his cue. It's okay. We still love you.
To be honest, I was just waiting for you guys to finish saying it, because that's a funnier joke.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Go on.
Oh, I was like, is he alive in there?
All right. So Stassi is back. Super long trailer for the rest of the season at the end of the episode, and Stassi is back, and it's gonna be juicy. Anything stick out to you particularly from all the different scenes we got to see from Stassi? I'm gonna go ahead and start and say
It's not my favorite. Like, there's so many other things that interest me more than Stassi. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so set up. Like, oh, don't let her back in. Like, to me, I'm just like, oh, that's great. She's back. There's a lot more stuff that I care about.
You're like chomping at the bit for Hawaii. Let's cover Stassi first, and then we'll do Hawaii. So it's funny because Ariana keeps calling Kristen, like, trying to make up with everyone, her apology tour. But I feel like Stassi's coming back for a very calculated apology tour, because it looks like she's meeting with every person one-on-one and apologizing. Or if it seems like she doesn't even get to the apology before everyone starts telling her she's terrible.
Well, actually, it showed her and Lala, and Lala's like, we can be a little duo or something. I was like, damn, that's dangerous.
I like that they are finding a little energy between the two of them, and they want to kind of link up and be baddies together. I love it. They're
I do kind of like that. I think they'll be good.
Blonde villains. I freaking love it.
Blonde villains. I didn't even think about that.
No one can top Stassi and her evilness. It's not going to happen. But I love Lala. I love her, and I think she's a close second, because I think they were looking for another Stassi, and I think she's great for the show, but she's not evil. She doesn't have, like, a bad heart.
Yeah, I don't think she's evil. Well, you think Stassi's legit evil?
Her heart is black. I think she even said that about herself one time. She was like, oh, it's black, just like my heart, or something, and it was just classic. She just owns it, and I just love it.
I know. At least she owns it. That's why I like when people up front, like, don't pretend you're this nice, perfect little angel, because if you're not and you hate everyone, just say you hate everyone.
So let's get to Hawaii, because I'm assuming we're going to get a few episodes out of Hawaii, because we saw so much from the promo that happens there. Tons of drama. I cannot wait. What are you freaking out excited about?
How do we need to separate everything we saw, because I'm literally looking at this.
I'll read off things that I saw, and you comment. How about we'll do it that way?
We got it.
James says he's still in love with Kristen.
Oh my God.
And then we see Lala kind of fighting Kristen. She definitely gives her a big shove in a public place.
Oh my God. I literally, when James said, I'm still in love with you, I literally was like, what? Now, was he drunk during that, or was he sober? That makes all the difference with him. So he could have been wasted. He also was like, when he was trying to go to Hawaii, he was like, I've been sober for 10 days. Remember? He said he was sober. He's like, I'll be good. So I can't see him still being in love with Kristen. Like, I don't know. I was literally shocked when I saw that. So Weird, right? I don't
Weird.
know.
I don't know what his motives are because I don't think that's true at all.
I don't either. I don't think he loves her. I really don't. I feel like I can't imagine him really loving anyone. That sounds like really harsh, but.
Staying on the Lala tip, Lala gets topless and Katie gets pissed.
I mean, I'd be pissed too.
Okay.
For if I had a husband, I'd be like.
I'm wondering if Faith is in on this argument too, because I remember she said when she was in studio with us that she got topless in Hawaii too, and it was like not cool with everybody.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'd be mad. I mean, whether it was Lala or Faith, I don't care. Like, I would be like, no, I wouldn't like it because. But then again, you have to think about it. Like, does that make me jealous and insecure?
But are you predicting like a big group fight over it, or do you think that Katie just warns her and she's kind of like, okay, fine, I get your point?
God, there's so many things that they're about to fight about. I don't think it's going to be the biggest fight, but I think it'll be like I think it'll be an argument.
Okay.
Would you be mad?
Yeah, I would. Prediction about Jax getting arrested. So Jax gets arrested, and then Lisa is chewing him out and says, never come back here. Do you think he's getting fired?
Maybe in the moment, but there's no way. He's definitely coming back.
You think he's going to still be working there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think, yeah. Tom and Katie looks like, okay, this is not cool. Okay, in Hawaii.
Oh, I don't like this.
In Hawaii, Sheena and Shay, he gets drunk again. Are they going to be fighting about his sobriety?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom
I feel like I'm like getting quizzed right now.
Yes, we're doing predictions, rapid fire. Tom and Katie fight possibly about getting married. She yells at him, you need to get a job, and he says, I can't believe I almost married you. Do you think that this is being taken out of context or going to be a big fight?
I think it's going to be a big fight, but I think it's taking it out of context to the point like I guess, does that mean they broke up? And then he's like, I almost married you. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't looked at their Instagrams in a while. I don't know if they still post pictures together, but I feel like they're still going to get married.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you, have you taken a look at their Instagram?
I think it's just going to be the continual fight about him getting a real job.
Yeah. But I heard that and I was like, my heart dropped. I was
All
like,
right.
no.
One last one. We can squeeze it in before time's up. It looks like Lisa's telling James to get out of here. Your ego's way too big. Get out of here. He's crying. Is he getting fired as well as Jax?
They're both not going anywhere. Whether or not they're fired, they'll come back, and whether or not it's a warning. I don't think they're going anywhere.
I'm going to predict they're both getting suspended after the Hawaii episode. That's my prediction.
Suspended.
Yep.
But not fired.
Nope.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you got to tune in to watch what happens live tonight. Kristen and Sheena were on, so I'm sure some good gossip came out. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Where can we find you, love?
You can find me on Twitter at JustineDavannah3 and on Instagram at Let's Face It with Justine. And I'm going to have my Kylie Jenner lip dupe whatever up and my little tutorial with Faith up in the next few days.
Awesome. And you guys, so exciting. Dan will be back from Australia for next week's show. So we're so excited to welcome him back and all his crazy comments. And you guys can find me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all at Megan Stecher, MEGANSTECHER. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.